On February 20, 2014, Anna Kendrick attended an event hosted by the Lourdes Foundation at the California Science Center, where she met none other than the Dalai Lama. Can you imagine what it must be like to meet such a wise, compassionate leader face to face? This meeting wasn't just any celebrity encounter, it became a significant turning point in her life. It was as though the universe had placed her right there, in that very moment, to absorb profound lessons in mindfulness and compassion. These weren't just concepts, they were living, breathing elements that she felt deeply. Subscribe channel now to continue exploring how mindfulness can transform lives, just like Anna Kendrick's. Anna Kendrick, known for her sharp wit and authenticity, has often been candid about her struggles with anxiety and the pressures of fame. The world may see the glitz and glamour, but behind those bright lights are shadows of stress, self-doubt, and the constant expectation to be perfect. How do you find peace in all that chaos? Her encounter with the Dalai Lama offered her an answer, a path toward inner peace, a philosophy that goes beyond the temporary relief that external success brings. His teachings left a powerful impression, offering insights into the true essence of compassion, not just for others but also for herself. Imagine the comfort of hearing from someone like the Dalai Lama that it's okay to slow down, that the key to navigating life's madness is to first find compassion within. One of the core tenets of the Dalai Lama's philosophy is compassion, a simple word, but an idea so vast it could change the world. He often emphasizes that true compassion is not just about being kind to others, it is about cultivating kindness within ourselves. Isn't that something we forget far too often? He speaks of wise selfishness, the notion that by being genuinely compassionate, we help not only others but also ourselves. The warmth we give to others comes back to nurture us, like an ever-flowing river. By understanding this, Anna began to see how practicing mindfulness and compassion could not only ease her own struggles but also help her use her platform to make a positive difference. What if we all took a moment to practice this wise selfishness? What if our actions were driven by a genuine desire to help and to grow, rather than by a pursuit of fleeting validation? The entertainment industry, as enchanting as it looks, can easily lead one into the traps of foolish selfishness, the blind chase for fame, the constant need for validation, and the stress of staying relevant. The Dalai Lama's wisdom offered Anna a different approach, a reminder to remain grounded amid the highs and lows, to see herself beyond the role she plays and the recognition she receives. By integrating these teachings, she discovered a more meaningful way to navigate her career, one that wasn't just about survival, but about thriving with purpose and using her influence to create a ripple effect of positivity. The Dalai Lama also teaches that to truly be compassionate to others, we must first cultivate self-compassion. It might seem counterintuitive, how can focusing on ourselves lead to more kindness toward others? But as Anna learned, it is essential to start from within. Imagine standing in front of a mirror and saying, "May I be happy, may I be at ease." These simple affirmations aren't acts of indulgence, they are seeds of kindness that eventually blossom into broader compassion. For someone like Anna, constantly under the scrutiny of public eyes, self-compassion offers a haven, a place to rest her spirit before stepping out into the often overwhelming world. It is in nurturing her own well-being that she finds the strength to be there for others, whether through her craft or her influence. The concept of interconnectedness was another profound lesson that stayed with Anna after her encounter with the Dalai Lama. How beautifully he explains that even the smallest creatures survive by cooperating with one another. We are all interconnected, each of our actions rippling through the web of life. In the entertainment industry, this interconnectedness is evident in the relationships celebrities form, with their colleagues, their fans, their communities. By recognizing the impact of her actions, Anna understood that her journey wasn't isolated, her energy, whether positive or negative, would affect those around her. What kind of ripple do you want to create? For Anna, the answer was clear, one that inspired kindness, one that encouraged others to live authentically and compassionately. This realization of interconnectedness brings with it a sense of responsibility. The Dalai Lama frequently speaks about ethical responsibility, the idea that our well-being is intricately tied to the well-being of others. In today's world, where social media amplifies every word and action, public figures like Anna Kendrick have an immense opportunity to influence collective consciousness. And isn't it inspiring to think that by choosing kindness, by advocating for mental health, or by standing up for social justice, one individual can inspire millions to do the same? The Dalai Lama's message is clear. True happiness is not in the pursuit of self-centered desires but in contributing to the welfare of others. Fame might come and go, but a compassionate heart leaves a lasting legacy. Mindfulness is becoming a trend among celebrities, but for Anna, it is more than just a trend, it is a way of life that keeps her grounded. The Dalai Lama's teachings on mindfulness encourage us to be present, to observe our emotions without judgment, to simply be. How often do we allow ourselves that luxury? For artists like Anna, who channel intense emotions into their work, mindfulness offers a balance, a way to harness these emotions constructively while maintaining inner calm. This practice can be transformative, turning personal struggles into sources of creativity and growth. Moreover, the Dalai Lama's emphasis on ethics and personal responsibility resonates deeply with Anna. His teachings suggest that true happiness lies not in material wealth or external validation, but in having a good heart. What does it mean to have a good heart? It means striving to be the best version of oneself, not for one's own sake, but for the benefit of others. It means cultivating bodhicitta, the wish for enlightenment, not just for oneself, but for all beings. Imagine living with that kind of purpose. How beautiful would that be? For Anna, this philosophy has become a guiding light, helping her navigate the complexities of fame with grace and integrity. The Dalai Lama's words remind us that happiness is not a destination but a byproduct of living a life of purpose and compassion. By embracing these values, Anna Kendrick, like many others who have been touched by his teachings, is not just seeking happiness for herself. She is striving to be a source of light for others, a beacon of hope, resilience, and kindness. And isn't that what we all want, deep down? To not just find our own peace, but to help others find theirs too? To use whatever influence we have, however big or small, to make the world a better place? For Anna, meeting the Dalai Lama was like stepping into a new chapter of her life, a chapter where her understanding of success and fulfillment expanded beyond the confines of Hollywood. It was a moment of awakening, where the boundaries between her personal struggles and her public persona blurred, and she began to see herself as part of something much greater. The lessons she learned weren't confined to a single day or a single conversation, they were seeds that took root in her heart, growing into a deep commitment to mindfulness, compassion, and genuine connection. The Dalai Lama's concept of wise selfishness became a powerful mantra for Anna. In an industry where everything seems to be about appearances, where every action is scrutinized, it is easy to become lost in the pursuit of external validation. Wise selfishness, however, is about realizing that taking care of oneself, nurturing one's spirit, finding peace within, is not an act of indulgence but a necessary step in being able to contribute meaningfully to others. This realization led Anna to seek out practices that would help her maintain balance, such as meditation, yoga, and simply allowing herself moments of stillness. Have you ever tried sitting still for a few minutes, just breathing and being? It sounds simple, but it can be incredibly transformative. Anna has often spoken about her battles with anxiety. Something that many people, regardless of fame, can relate to. The pressure to perform, to be perfect, to constantly be on, is exhausting. But what if the solution isn't to push harder, to do more, but to step back, to be kinder to oneself? The Dalai Lama's teachings on self-compassion were a revelation for Anna. She began to realize that the harsh inner critic that so many of us carry, the voice that says we're not good enough, not talented enough, not deserving, is not a true reflection of who we are. It is a barrier that keeps us from experiencing the fullness of life and from sharing our gifts with the world. Through mindfulness and self-compassion, Anna found a way to quiet that inner critic. The practice of loving-kindness meditation, which begins with wishing oneself happiness and peace, allowed her to reconnect with her own worthiness. Isn't it interesting how we often find it easier to wish well for others than for ourselves? By starting with herself, Anna discovered a new wellspring of compassion, one that she could then extend to those around her. This wasn't just about feeling better, it was about transforming her entire approach to her career and her relationships. The entertainment industry is often seen as cutthroat, a place where competition and ego rule. But what if it didn't have to be that way? What if, instead of seeing each other as rivals, artists could support one another, uplift one another, recognizing that each of their successes contributes to a richer, more diverse creative landscape? The Dalai Lama's teachings on interconnectedness inspired Anna to view her career in a different light. She began to see her fellow actors not as competitors but as collaborators, people who are on the same journey, each bringing their unique gifts to the world. Imagine what could happen if we all approached our work that way, if we saw our colleagues not as threats but as partners in the shared endeavor of making something meaningful. The concept of interconnectedness also influenced Anna's relationship with her fans. Social media has made celebrities more accessible than ever, but it has also brought new challenges: the pressure to maintain a perfect image, the constant scrutiny, the trolls who hide behind anonymity to spread negativity. The Dalai Lama's teachings helped Anna see her fans as part of a larger community, one where each person's energy matters. She realized that by being authentic, by sharing not just the highlights but also the struggles, she could create a genuine connection with her audience. And isn't that what we all crave, real connection, something that goes beyond the superficial? This authenticity, this willingness to be vulnerable, has become a hallmark of Anna's presence both online and off. She has spoken openly about her mental health, about the ups and downs of her journey, and in doing so, she has given others permission to do the same. The Dalai Lama often speaks about the importance of courage, not the kind of courage that involves grand, heroic acts, but the everyday courage to be honest, to be kind, to choose compassion over fear. Anna embodies this kind of courage, and it is evident in the way she approaches her work, her relationships, and her influence. The Dalai Lama's emphasis on ethical responsibility also resonated deeply with Anna. In a world where success is often measured by wealth, fame, and power, it is easy to lose sight of what truly matters. But the Dalai Lama reminds us that true happiness comes from living ethically, from having a good heart. For Anna, this means using her platform to advocate for causes that she believes in: mental health awareness, environmental protection, social justice. It means being mindful of the impact her actions have on others and striving to make a positive difference. Have you ever thought about the ripple effect of your own actions? The way even the smallest act of kindness can change someone's day, and how that, in turn, can affect others. This is the power of interconnectedness, the understanding that we are all part of something greater. Anna's encounter with the Dalai Lama also deepened her understanding of happiness. So often, we chase after happiness as though it were a destination, something we can reach if only we achieve this or acquire that. But the Dalai Lama teaches that happiness is not something that can be pursued, it is a byproduct of living a life of purpose, of cultivating a good heart, of being of service to others. For Anna, this meant shifting her focus from the external markers of success, the awards, the accolades, the box office numbers, to the internal fulfillment that comes from knowing she is making a positive impact. It meant recognizing that true happiness is not about the fleeting highs of achievement but about the steady, enduring sense of peace that comes from living in alignment with one's values. This shift in perspective has allowed Anna to approach her career with a sense of joy and freedom that she hadn't experienced before. She is no longer driven by the need to prove herself or to meet others' expectations. Instead, she is guided by a desire to create, to connect, to contribute. And in doing so, she has found a deeper sense of fulfillment, one that is not dependent on external validation but rooted in her own sense of purpose. How liberating would it be if we all allowed ourselves to let go of the need for approval and instead focused on what truly brings us joy? The Dalai Lama often speaks about the importance of cultivating a good heart, a heart that is open, compassionate, and dedicated to the well-being of others. For Anna, this has become a guiding principle, not just in her personal life but in her professional endeavors as well. She has become more mindful of the projects she chooses, seeking out roles that align with her values and that have the potential to inspire and uplift others. She has also used her voice to advocate for positive change, whether it is through her involvement in charitable organizations or by speaking out on issues that matter to her. The entertainment industry is often criticized for its focus on superficiality, but Anna believes that it can also be a powerful force for good. Through storytelling, artists have the ability to open minds, to foster empathy, to inspire action. By approaching her work with mindfulness and compassion, Anna hopes to be a part of that positive change, to use her talents not just to entertain, but to make a difference. And isn't that what true artistry is all about? The ability to touch people's hearts, to make them think, to inspire them to see the world in a new way? Anna's journey is a testament to the transformative power of mindfulness, compassion, and interconnectedness. It is a reminder that no matter who we are or what we do, we all have the ability to make a positive impact, to be a source of light in a sometimes dark world. Her encounter with the Dalai Lama was just the beginning of a journey that continues to unfold, one that is guided by the values of kindness, authenticity, and a deep commitment to the well-being of others. As we reflect on Anna's journey, we are reminded of the power of a single moment, how one encounter, one conversation, can change the course of our lives. Meeting the Dalai Lama was a turning point for Anna, but it was also a reminder of the potential that lies within each of us. We may not all have the opportunity to meet a spiritual leader face to face, but we can all learn from his teachings. We can all choose to cultivate compassion, to practice mindfulness, to recognize our interconnectedness, and to use our unique gifts to make the world a better place. Imagine what the world would be like if we all approached our lives with the same sense of purpose and compassion that Anna Kendrick has embraced. If we all took a moment to slow down, to be kind to ourselves, to recognize the impact of our actions on others, what kind of world could we create? A world where success is measured not by wealth or fame, but by the positive difference we make in the lives of others. A world where we lift each other up, where we celebrate each other's successes, where we see ourselves not as isolated individuals but as part of a larger, interconnected whole. Anna's story is an invitation to each of us, an invitation to look within, to find the compassion that lies at the core of who we are, and to let that compassion guide our actions. It is a reminder that true happiness is not something that can be chased or acquired, it is something that is cultivated, nurtured, and shared. And it is a call to action, to use whatever influence we have, however big or small, to make a positive impact on the world around us. In the end, the lessons that Anna Kendrick learned from the Dalai Lama are lessons for all of us. They are reminders of what truly matters: compassion, mindfulness, interconnectedness, and the courage to live authentically. They are reminders that no matter where we are in our journey, we all have the ability to grow, to change, and to make a difference. And perhaps most importantly, they are reminders that the path to true happiness begins not with seeking more, but with giving more, with being of service, with being kind, with being present. So as you go about your day, take a moment to reflect on Anna's journey. Take a moment to ask yourself, what kind of ripple do you want to create? How can you bring more compassion, more mindfulness, more authenticity into your life? How can you use your unique gifts to make the world a better place? The answers may not come all at once, but the journey of discovery, the journey of becoming, is where the true magic lies. And who knows? Maybe, just like Anna, you'll find that the key to happiness isn't in the pursuit, but in the giving, the growing, and the connecting. The world needs more light, more kindness, more hope. And it starts with each of us, one moment, one choice, one act of compassion at a time. Let Anna Kendrick's story inspire you to be that light, to create that ripple, to make your unique mark on the world. And remember, as the Dalai Lama teaches, true happiness is not found in what we achieve for ourselves, but in what we give to others. Let's all strive to live with that kind of purpose, and imagine the difference we could make.